when my lawyers hit me and I saw the 66, I was like, I didn't say nothing about her marijuana thing. Only thing I did was post about it. I don't know what you're talking about. So I'm generally getting mad. Like, why is she mad? Because I'm reporting that she's, one of Papoose's chicks, and she's paying him, to come out and walk beside her and be in the ring. And Papoose ain't got no money like that. Let's just keep it a buck. Papoose ain't got no money. I'm like, why is she so mad? So when I saw the caption, I was like...
The internet didn't just wake up, it detonated. Because the moment Tasha K hit record, this stopped being gossip and started looking like a carefully hidden story finally breaking loose. One sentence, that's all it took. One of Papoose's chicks. And just like that, timelines caught fire. But here's the part nobody was ready for. Insiders are hinting this wasn't random. This may have been planned, timed, and far deeper than anyone expected. Within minutes, social media turned into a full-blown investigation. Screenshots started appearing, blurred receipts, deleted captions suddenly resurfacing, and whispers of a voice memo. A recording that was never meant to be heard. A woman's voice emotional. A man's voice low controlled warning her to stay quiet. And one chilling line stood out. Not before the fight.
Our platform, and that is not true. To my knowledge, Claressa hasn't smoked any weed. To my knowledge, Papoose didn't give her any weed. And so that was damaging, right? And so I apologize for that, Claressa, and apologize that came out on my platform. And so we have since changed the caption to something that was directed at what was in the content. And I told my team, don't be adding nothing extra. Don't be adding nothing. I know you're messy. That's why I hired y'all, but don't add nothing extra because then it costs me extra. And then I got to pay these lawyers, and these lawyers be $600 an hour.
That's when people realized this wasn't just messy drama. This was strategy. For years, Papoose had built an image that felt untouchable. Loyalty, respect, consistency. That was his brand. And on the other side, Claressa Shields wasn't just winning in the ring. She was dominating life with discipline, focus, and zero distractions. Together, they looked like control and loyalty combined. But behind that image, something wasn't adding up. Then came the first real crack, not online but in private. Sources claimed Claressa had already started noticing small changes. Missed calls that didn't make sense. Late-night work that felt different. A phone that was suddenly always face down. First she ignored it. Champions don't panic. They calculate. But everything changed the night a message landed in her inbox. It was 2:47 a.m. An anonymous DM. Images attached. A hotel reservation in Hawaii under a familiar alias. A blurred photo from inside a luxury suite. And one message. Ask him who he was really with. No drama. No explanation. Just that. And according to insiders, she didn't react immediately. No anger. No tears. Just silence, the kind that usually comes before everything falls apart. While the internet was still trying to process the first wave, Tasha K didn't slow down. She escalated. She went live again, calm but calculated. Hinting that what people had seen so far was only the surface. Y'all think she's the only one, she said. And that single line flipped everything. Because now this wasn't just about one alleged mistake. It started to look like a pattern. A hidden reality that had been running quietly in the background. Almost instantly, timelines turned into evidence boards. Old interviews were dissected frame by frame.
Her being in Hawaii with Papoose, right? And Papoose's side chick allegedly popped up and said, I'm in Hawaii sitting pretty too. Now, Remy Ma has already spilled the wine on Claressa not being the only one and how desperate she's been over having Papoose by her side. I mean, she is, what do you call it? Like the greatest fighter, whatever, boxer. You know what I'm saying? I'm not negating what she's done, but she's obviously number one in her class. And so she's been winning a lot of belts, and she's that chick, right? I wouldn't want to fight her.
In one clip, Papoose hesitates when asked about loyalty. In another, Claressa Shields laughs off relationship rumors, but the smile doesn't quite reach her eyes. People began connecting dots that, until now, felt meaningless. And then came the leak that pushed everything further. The voice memo. It wasn't long. It wasn't even clear. But it was enough. A woman's voice, frustrated, asking questions. A man responding, quieter, more controlled. Don't start this. Not right now. That line echoed across platforms within minutes. Reaction channels exploded. Comment sections turned aggressive. Because suddenly this didn't feel like speculation anymore. It felt real. But just when it seemed like things couldn't get heavier, another layer dropped. Payments. Alleged screenshots began circulating. Monthly transfers labeled as consulting, travel, even one chilling note that simply read, "Appreciate your silence." And that's when the narrative shifted completely. This wasn't just emotional anymore. It hinted at something organized, something maintained. Behind the scenes, sources claim this is when everything finally reached a breaking point. Private confrontation. No cameras. No audience. Just questions that couldn't be avoided anymore. Claressa reportedly placed her phone on the table and pressed play. The full recording, longer, clearer, filled the room. And by the time it ended, the energy had completely changed. First, denial. Explanations. Claims it was taken out of context. That the woman was exaggerating. That nothing physical ever happened. But then came one question, simple, direct, impossible to dodge. Why Hawaii? And according to insiders, there was no immediate answer. Just silence. The kind of silence that says more than words ever could. Because the Hawaii trip wasn't supposed to mean anything. It was described as business, appearances, training. But now, people were noticing something else. Another woman had posted from the exact same location. Same balcony. Same pool. Same timing. The caption seemed casual at first, but now it felt intentional. Almost like a quiet reveal hiding in plain sight. And just when the tension couldn't rise any higher, another phrase started trending. Second phone. It came from a teaser dropped by Tasha K, and it hit like a shockwave. Because a second phone doesn't suggest a mistake. It suggests planning. Suddenly, everything started making more sense. Missed calls. Delayed replies. Unreachable moments that once seemed random now felt calculated. Fans began digging deeper. Old photos were zoomed in. Interviews rewatched. Was there ever a second device visible? Were there signs everyone ignored? The narrative was evolving in real time, from rumor to suspicion, to something that looked dangerously close to confirmation. Meanwhile, Claressa went quiet. No posts. No statements. Just a single cryptic line that appeared briefly. Don't confuse loyalty with convenience. And that silence didn't calm anything down. It made everything louder. Because in moments like this, silence doesn't feel like peace. It feels like pressure building. And behind that silence, insiders are hinting at something even deeper. Something connected to that second phone. Something no one has fully exposed yet. Because if the whispers are true, what's coming next won't just reveal an affair. It might reveal who helped hide it. This time there was no blur. No distortion. No guessing. An alleged screen recording surfaced, and insiders claimed it came directly from that infamous second phone. The contact name didn't raise suspicion at first. It was saved as something ordinary. Business partner. Safe. Forgettable. Invisible. But the moment the messages were opened, everything changed. The tone wasn't professional, not even close. Miss you already. Next time, longer. Delete this. Short messages. But heavy. And when people aligned the timestamps with past trips labeled as training and appearances, the pattern became impossible to ignore. This wasn't random anymore. This looked consistent, repeated, controlled. And then came the moment that shattered everything. Tasha K went live without warning. No music. No build-up. Just silence. And a stare straight into the camera. "I told y'all," she said before pressing play. What followed wasn't speculation anymore. It was a clear emotional exchange. A woman's voice shaking. A man's voice urgent, trying to maintain control. And then the line that changed the entire narrative. "I left her room to come see you." That sentence didn't just suggest betrayal. It confirmed proximity. It confirmed presence. It confirmed risk. Within seconds, the internet erupted. Clips spread across every platform. Hashtags trended globally. Even people who had never followed Claressa Shields or Papoose suddenly had opinions. Because now this wasn't just gossip. This felt undeniable. Behind the scenes, sources say this was the breaking point, not publicly but privately. Claressa, known for control, discipline, and dominance, reportedly broke down in a way her inner circle had never seen before. Pacing, questioning, one line repeating over and over again. How long? Not anger, disbelief, because betrayal hits differently when it feels ongoing. But just when it seemed like all the pieces were finally visible, another twist surfaced. An anonymous email sent to multiple blogs claimed there was a third person involved. Not romantically, strategically. A fixer. Someone who allegedly knew everything and helped keep it hidden. Schedules aligned. Stories managed. Situations controlled. True, this wasn't chaos. It was organized. And that changes everything. Because one person betraying you is painful, but multiple people protecting the lie? That's something else entirely. Then came the financial detail that made things even darker. A deeper look into those alleged transactions revealed one label that stood out. Hawaii closure. Thousands of dollars for closure. And that raised a chilling question. Was someone being paid to stay quiet? To disappear before everything went public? Because if that was the plan, it failed. Someone kept the receipts. And someone decided silence wasn't worth it anymore. Eventually, Papoose broke his silence. But instead of clarity, it created more questions. He spoke about false narratives, edited recordings, manipulation. He mentioned defamation, hinted at legal action. But he never directly denied the relationship itself. And in situations like this, what isn't said speaks the loudest. Meanwhile, Claressa didn't go live. She didn't give interviews. She didn't explain anything. Just one post appeared, simple, short, but heavy. Respect isn't optional. And that was it. Millions of interpretations followed. Some believe it's over, completely done. Others think it'll be handled privately, away from the noise. And then there are those who believe something even bigger. That this wasn't the first time. Just the first time it went public. Because if that's true, then this isn't just a scandal. It's a cycle.